we're gonna do some foam wash. We wanna get this washed up.
We don't have a lot of time with it, right? So this car would need some love. But I think a question we get often is, what is a maintenance schedule? What does it look like? How can I stay on top of my car? What does that kind of look like in my life? And look, this car got away from this guy. He enjoyed it. It's an FJ Cruiser. He absolutely should go enjoy it. Go mudding, go out into the desert, wherever it is you live. But if you would have stayed on a maintenance schedule, it would have been a little bit of a different spot. You know, we got some things with this car, but we're short on time. This customer, this guy is coming back very quickly, right? We have less than an hour, interior, exterior, to kind of just get a simple cleanup. And that's what maintenance can be, right? Maintenance can be, I got a bunch of hours to spend, or I got to do something really quickly. So to me, schedule is, I would try to touch my car, especially a daily driver or something I drive a lot, every 7 to 10 days, you know, maximum if it's coated 2 to 3 weeks. And don't skip it just because you only have an hour. You know, just do something, and we'll kind of show a very quick maintenance here on how to do that.
Yeah, let's do it. Grab some foam.
We've already rinsed this down.
Yeah, we've already rinsed it. We'll grab some foam wash, and like, I don't want us to sleep on foam wash, even though cleanse is sort of your go-to in the way, because we talk about the deep clean. Like, let's not skip over that foam wash does it clean.
Oh yeah,
right? Like
it's pH neutral. It's very safe. It's a great everyday wash, right? Like it's great to constantly use it. Cleanse to me is just when I've neglected my vehicles a little bit, right?
I didn't cap it. I didn't cap it, right?
You're good.
I just pour some in.
Got to turn the pressure washer on, Nick. Need to turn the pressure washer on. So if you're at home, part of maintenance is actually having your pressure washer.
Or Robert, that would be one that you can't edit out.
Yeah, we are not going to edit that out since I didn't turn our pressure washer on. You see the high suds there, obviously.
Going versatile on the wash.
Yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer.
It is.
Simple, easy, so you guys will see. And again, short on time, so we got to bust a move here. I'm a guy that likes to try to empty my foam cannon.
Yeah, me too. No reason to leave it in there.
You're not gonna...
I'm curious though, was that a Young MC lyrics quote, bust a move? Man, you're going back old school there, huh?
No, I just take my foam cannon, go ahead and empty it into the bucket, right? So now I've made my cleanup a little quicker. And again, just gonna fold this into fours and kind of go to work.
Oh. If I'm thinking schedule, right? Like schedule of maintenance and staying on a schedule. Is that daily to you? Are you thinking that's a daily schedule? Things I do every day? Is that weekly, monthly? What are we thinking?
Well, I honestly think, you know, something that we don't talk about a lot is how you treat your car on a daily basis. You know, especially on the interior, not leaving stuff all over your interior, you know, would be the first thing that comes to mind. And here's a perfect example of why we use the one bucket method. We're picking up little things that are caught in all the nooks and crannies here. And so if I reintroduce those to a bucket, man, I'm inviting some scratches. And I get this is a utility vehicle, but just using the proper process still matters, and you don't ever know the kinds of stuff you're going to pick up, especially things like Ford Raptors, TRXs, you know, F-150s, Silverados. Those are used pretty heavily, so you never know. Sticks and twigs and different things.
It is kind of controversial though, right? Like it's been interesting over the years to watch the different way people want to say you're supposed to wash the car. You know, there is, because there can be some habits that people pick up though, right? I mean, there is some reasons why we do push back and do say that you should choose certain methods over others.
Yeah, and again, when you're maintaining, you know, if I got 2 buckets, that's 2 buckets. That's 2 buckets I have to fill up. I gotta,
Good point.
Gotta keep walking back and forth. Look, man, we got an hour, you know? It's one of those things that you don't have as much time. All those little moments that you can save time is right here, right? We're not walking back and forth to a bucket. All we're doing is the simple stuff, saving us time. And when you save time, you're more likely to do it, right? Mm-hmm. So if I think to myself, you know, my kid, or I have an event to go to, I gotta leave my house at 10 o'clock. Well, guess what we have? We have a dilemma. Am I gonna skip my weekly maintenance, or wake up around 7:30? Usually in the summer, great time to do it is in the morning. It's hot everywhere, you know, and now I can get up at 7:30, you know, kind of putter around a little bit, start at 8 o'clock, I'm done at 9:15, hop in the shower, and I'm ready to go at 10 o'clock. So I'm just more likely to do it, right? And that is the key to staying on a program. You know, you'll hear this in a lot of different avenues in life. Compliance is the science. So, you know, actually sticking to the program. We got to do this over here.
And you're right. I mean, most of us, if it gets too difficult,
You got to do it over here.
yeah, I just stayed up at the top.
Okay.
So I'll flip my towel around to the.
So compliance to a program is what's going to keep your car in the best shape, right? It's not having the perfect program you never do. So if you get that door, I've used all sides of my towel after this. And with 2 towels, we've never reintroduced anything. These are going into the wash bin, and we're ready to go.
Yeah, and I think you're going to keep your towels, enjoy your process more. Especially, some of us have seen those old wash mitts after they get too far gone, or too much of it. Like, and part of maintenance, part of staying on the schedule is a little bit of a routine. Hey, if I've always got 2 towels that, you know, I'm going to use to wash with, then great. Every time I just kind of stay in that boom, boom, boom. I don't have to worry about some wash mitt. Oh, do I go out this time and it's time to change it? Oh, I forgot to order it, right? Like it makes part of doing that regular schedule.
Or you buy 6, 8, 10 of them because they're pretty affordable, and all of a sudden you're not ever stressed, and when you can get to washing them, you can get to washing them,
Yeah.
right? Again, low on time, spray coat fits perfectly. Car's still wet, we go in, we start missing this product everywhere. This is a spray and rinse product, safe on all surfaces. And again, it's just going to provide some instant protection.
All right, when I'm using spray coat, like I said earlier, you know, I'm not really shy on how I use it. There's some people I'll see using, whether it's this or others, and they, you know, they put like too little mist.
Nah, it's not.
It's like, no, man, let me go ahead and get some product out. All right, let me go ahead. I'm working with the spray that then I'm going to be hitting with more water.
Yep.
So I've always kind of thought that way when I'm using these type of products. Is it's like, okay, the process is so great to do and so simple. I've never understood why I would just,
Yeah,
couple
and
mist.
the other thing you don't want to do is skip your wheels. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and spray down your wheels really thoroughly. Get some protection on them. I'm kind of with you, man. We battle this from new people getting into it to veterans, where everybody's trying to cut a corner or save on product. This is very affordable, and the whole point is I want protection everywhere.
Yeah, and listen, we're talking about a maintenance schedule. So if I do this on a maintenance schedule regularly, right, whatever form of long-term protection I choose, this is going to be my regular maintenance type protection that's going to work great for me.
Yeah. Did you get all the way over here?
Yeah.
Okay. You can already see the water breaking. You can already see it kind of beating up. And now, just a thorough rinse. Get this everywhere. Call it a day.
And that's where kind of the fun begins, right? Or magic, as we'd say. Like seeing now what the water behavior is going to be.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of fun, which will make, as then we get into drying, it's going to make that process even better.
Yep. You can see even here on the plastics, look, it's already water behavior right on the plastic. That's the reason to spray it down. Grill's got some protection now. These lights have seen better days, but it's nice to have some protection on all this. All right, we took a blower. Just do your best to blow the cracks and crevices. Remember, this is a quick maintenance. I'm gonna go in with a little extra here, and I'm gonna use our Slick product. It's overkill, I get it. But it aids in the drying process, absolutely helps you leave a little bit more protection behind. And to me, it's a no-brainer. So, this is about efficiency. That way you don't skip a week, you don't skip a maintenance. You can absolutely be more thorough when you have time, right? But you don't want to skip these steps. You don't want to skip this maintenance, because we all know you just dread it more and more every time you skip, right? Now you're thinking, oh, I got to go spend 3 hours. I got to go spend 5 hours. I got to go do this.
Hey, what's a no-brainer for me is these twist loop dry towels.
Yeah.
Right? This is definitely something we talk on a regular basis about the podcast, and, how to dry the car. When you've got a maintenance and you're trying to do a maintenance schedule and stay in something, listen, the Big Chug or that Orange Crush comes in extremely handy because they soak up a ton of water.
If you can see how cloudy this windshield is on the inside, it's going to need some love. You can knock that out real quick with our glass cleaner. And actually, with Slick and Spray Coat, or Spray Coated by itself or Slick by itself, you can finish glass out pretty well. Mm-hmm. So if you don't have time to hit it with a glass cleaner, don't sweat it. You can finish it pretty dialed and be good to go.
Very true, very true. Well, I know we're all excited as we get to this end of when we're cleaning and this final little phase of wiping down the vehicle, getting to see the gloss that's really come and brighten up the paint.
Yeah, and again, it just has kept us on track, right? Mm-hmm. For those times when we have more time, we can really spend it well and get our car even more detailed. That's what you're looking for. Stay on a schedule. That way your car never gets out of control. And I think a lot of people just don't efficiently do any of this, so they dread it, and then they don't do it at all, right? We hear that quite often. I just don't have the time. Well, I think we can all make, this is probably one person job, just exterior. You can probably do it in about 30 to 35 minutes.
Yeah, and it's okay to go ahead and use your drying towel on your door jambs if you've cleaned your door jambs.
Yeah,
Right?
which we did on this one, if you guys have watched.
Right? So not everybody always goes through and cleans the door jambs. So you might not go in with your drying towel. You're going to get a lot of dirt, unless you're going to go ahead and wash it, right? You can just go ahead and then wash your drying towel, even if you get a little bit on it. But since we had cleaned these before, yeah, towel's great.
This guy's going to be real excited. He pretty readily admitted that he let this thing get out of control. Mm-hmm. But he also said, "Hey man, I don't have all day for you guys to
Right?
to use it, or to have it. So we're doing the best we can to kind of get this thing as close to as good as it can get, right? Because sometimes there's just as good as it can get. So what I would do now, I'd grab some Revive and an interior towel. I'd do my interior, all your high touch points, okay? Get those really well. Again, if you're running low on time, just speed that up. And then one of the things I would do from there, if I had time, was really hit the inside of this windshield is now a visibility problem. Mm-hmm. So I would definitely get that. But that is a lack of maintenance as well. Mm-hmm. You know, the interior of your vehicle should never have really bad interior glass. Remember, you got all these plastics off gassing, all these different things, but do something. Mm-hmm. Okay, so like I said, this process should take about 35 minutes. I'm actually going to do the interior, and because we have bigger, knobbier tires, we did our best to blow them off. Let them get more dry before you put something like Infinite Shine on. Don't do it when it's super wet. So go do the other things, let these continue to dry, and then Infinite Shine you can use at the end of your detail. Make sure you don't leave any in the tread, excess, product. That's where sling really comes from. And then dress your tires and be on your way. Go to that event, go to your kid's soccer game, whatever it is you have, but you've spent an hour, you've done something, and now you're in a better spot, okay? And that's what's important. So we're gonna spend about another, 10 minutes on this thing, and then we have to call it. The guy's on his way, right? So this is a real life situation. Stick to a maintenance schedule. Compliance is the science. Just do something. And as you speed up your processes and you're more efficient, you're gonna get a lot more done.
Agreed. All right, let's get to it.
All right, we're finishing off a detail here. Very, very quick maintenance style detail, but we want to use a product here called Infinite Shine from us to dress the tires and also use on suspension fender wells like this. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go in here and mist all the things that I can reach. I can reach quite a bit. I don't want to drench the top of my tire, obviously, so just understand I'm shooting it behind the tire. When I get to this part of the trim, I'm being careful. I don't want to spray my paint. This will level itself, okay? So you don't have to really sweat going in there and wiping it in. Just let it set up, let it kind of just level itself, and then we're going to do the tire. Same thing. Notice it's controlled. My arm is moving the whole time. I'm not spraying in one spot, okay? I'm not drenching and putting it all in the tread. I'm not spraying it on the wheel face, even if you can't pick that up on camera. It's not getting all over the wheel face. I'm gonna spray a couple into my brush here, just so I have some. This is going to dry to almost a matte look, okay? It looks wet when it goes on. As it kind of sets up, it is going to leave a matte finish. And nothing could be quicker on these types of tires than Infinite Shine and leave just a perfect finish all the way around. You can see it already kind of finishing matte. Hopefully that's coming across on camera there, Marty. One final touch is we'll back this up and get the very bottom part. We try to do the best you can with this, but remember, I'm going one tread in. That way when it wears itself, it wears a perfect pattern. The whole tire looks dressed. Great finish. I look in here, it's starting to soak up. Call it a day. This is, to me, the easiest product to use on bigger off-road tires. And so hopefully everybody's picking this up. This is not a high sheen. It's not going to leave, you know, glumps or clumps or whatever words you want to use there that flings all over the side. Look at that. Just a perfect, I love this product for this. We take care of a lot of Raptors, TRXs, bigger trucks. This is the perfect product. And this will just continue to soak in and it'll leave the perfect, really, really black, rich look to it. Check us out at hypercleanstore.com. If you want to check out Infinite Shine, you can find us there. HyperClean Specialist Group on Facebook. We have now tidied up this vehicle, gotten it to the best that we can. And look, Marty, we're going to have to talk to him about respraying some of these plastics here. It's a well-used, as you can see with the marks on the rim, just a well-used vehicle. And this is as good as we can do, but look, it's just finishing to a nice matte look.